Don't know if you guys can see it, but check out that Rari behind me. It is dope. Look at that. What a sick car. There you go, here's a better view. What is going on, guys? Ed Crouch here with Overboost Network. Welcome back to the channel. I'm currently cruising around in my Audi TT. It is a Sunday, so it's Sunday the, I can't even know, it's near the 20th of July. I've got a few days off and I'm just cruising around in the TT at the moment. So a video I thought I should actually milk out of the TT and get you guys to comment on and see what you think is, can the 1.8 TT with the stock exhaust crackle? Does it sound good? Will you get attention with it, is the thing I'm kind of going for in this video. So currently, I'll tell you the exact spec of the car. If you want to check out the full review and stuff, that'll be linked in the description. However, this is the 1.8 litre manual turbocharged TT, 2016 plate, so it is the Mark III. It has 177 brake horsepower, 250 pound-feet of torque, and a top speed of a limited 155 mile an hour with a 0 to 60 of 6.9 seconds. And it's pretty quick. I'm only 20, bear in mind, so it's a pretty sick car for my age. I spent a lot of my money on it and I do thoroughly enjoy it. I've just filled it up with oil because I was running out. I was just below the minimum point on the dipstick, which probably isn't good, but I've just put some fully synthetic oil in it and it's ready for a cruise. So I'm warming the exhaust up at the moment. Hopefully I'm going to find somewhere relatively aesthetic to park the car and give it a few revs and see what you guys think of the crackles, because surprisingly it actually sounds pretty good. What I'm probably going to do is just mount the GoPro on the outside of the car and give it a rev for a bit, but it actually sounds pretty good. So probably one in 5 revs you get like a really big crackle, like a real pop when you redline in neutral. I'll try and get one going through somewhere relatively acoustically appropriate in a second. But if you drop the windows down and you get into the higher revs, you do get some crackles, which is quite cool. You occasionally get crackles on shift, but not very often. But you do get really good crackles when you redline. So if I put it in neutral now, I'm rolling down a hill in neutral, and I give it, I'm just going to slow down a bit and give it a bit of welly. You can hear what the exhaust will sound like. This is just hit operating temperature now, so you can see what it sounds like. So you can hear a little bit of a crackle, a tiny bit of like pops, a tiny bit of pops that was. It isn't really warmed up yet, so I'm going to warm it up a bit more. As you can tell, it is good fun. Even though it hasn't got that many horsepower, the 177, 180 PS, it's not actually that bad because of the fact that the car only weighs 1,300 kilos, because it's got an aluminium chassis for a start, and 250 foot-pounds of torque means the actual grunt in the low gears when you put your foot down is pretty damn exciting. It is good fun. The big tyres mean you do get good handling. Of course, being front-wheel drive with a transverse engine, it does understeer a bit, but it is just such good fun because those big tyres, you've really got to push it to understeer. And to be honest, the speeds you'd be doing to make this car understeer aren't very good on public roads when it's dry anyway. So you can hear the little pops at the end. Sometimes you get a really loud one that you don't actually get like crackles per se, because it's only usually 1 or 2 or a couple of tiny ones. But when you get one big one, on occasion you actually get a really good crackle, and you really make people jump. So when I was driving through Southampton before, I have actually had a really big crackle, a few of them in Bedford Place, and people sat outside eating. I've had a woman scream before, was quite proud of that in a 1.8. But to be honest, the turbos do kind of muffle the engine noise a bit. It doesn't sound that good. You can hear the turbos spooling, and they're not it's not a very good sound. They're not like really hissy turbos, they're just they just kind of muffle the engine noise a bit, which is a bit of a shame, because if they weren't so restrictive of the engine noise, it probably would sound a fair bit better, which is why something naturally aspirated like a Lamborghini V10 sounds so much better, not to mention the 6 extra cylinders. It is good fun. I'll try and get a crackle here. There you go, that was quite a big one. So you just get a little pop at the top of the red line, which I think is pretty cool. Hopefully I'm going to mount the GoPro somewhere now and show you guys what it sounds like actually outside of the car rather than just inside. Here we go, might get a good one here. There you go, you can hear those pops and bangs at the end there. So it is quite cool that you can do that with the stock TT, especially when you consider this is the smallest engine. But without any further ado, let's see what you guys think from an outside perspective. So as you can see, I found somewhere relatively quiet on a trading estate, and the car is behind me, looking rather dirty. It does need a clean. However, I thought this would be a good place to show the exhaust off, as yeah, there's no one around, and there's parking here, which is pretty available. Anyway, let's see what you guys think of the sound from the outside. Now, I've got to say, the car sounds significantly better on cold startup, as I'll show you in this clip. Now, however, when it's warm and it's idling, like after you've actually warmed the engine up, when it's just sat there, it doesn't let you rev in neutral when you're just parked over 4,000 revs. So it doesn't actually get that loud, but it does usually crackle when it hits the 4,000 mark. But with this warmed up now, it's actually not going to crackle very well. But I will show you what it sounds like after it's warmed up, because it probably gives you a better indication as to what the car's going to sound like for the majority of your journeys. Because within 10 seconds of turning it on, the really loud raspy crackles you get when it's cold don't really occur when it's warm, unfortunately. If you want a car that does crackle a bit, you actually can have a little bit of crackle and have a little bit of play with your exhaust system with a stock 1.8 Sport Audi TT Mark III, which I was quite surprised by, because I was just expecting it to be a bit, I thought, okay, with the torques it's got on the weight it's got, it's going to be good fun to drive, it's going to handle well, especially for a transverse front wheel drive with those big tyres, but the exhaust's not going to be too good. It's going to be pretty subdued and a bit more elegant and refined than most sports cars that crackle. But in actuality, you can get it to damn crackle. Because what is the point in buying a nice car, goes quick, and you enjoy? There you go. A nice car that you enjoy. Oh yes! What is the point buying a nice car you enjoy without actually having a little bit of fun in it? Anyway, I think that's a pretty good place to round off the vlog. Obviously, being a 1.8 TT, the engine sounds alright. You do get the occasional crackle from exhaust systems, which is pretty nice. And sometimes you get a nice loud one, which does make people jump and actually sounds pretty good. More to the point, if you are young, the finance plans on the TTs, considering it's a 30 grand car, are pretty damn good in terms of what you actually pay over the first few years. And as it's a 1.8, it does make it relatively affordable to finance as like your second car, which is what I've done, in terms of financing it and insuring it and paying for other consumables like your tyres. Now, it isn't astronomically expensive like buying an old Nissan GTR would be. However, the insurance still comes to several £1,000s every time I've insured it so far. You know, 2,500 to 3,000 every time without fail, without any points and with my no claims built up. So it's a bit crap. However, the fact that it's a 1.8 means it is a car that launches pretty damn well. You know, the actual first gear, the 0 to 60 being under 7 seconds is pretty damn quick, especially for a 20-year-old. And the fact that you can get that performance and afford to insure it, because of the fact that it's a 1.8, is pretty damn good. So if you're looking at a sports car for your second sports car, I would highly recommend the TT. The interior of the Alcantara and the full leather with the virtual dashboard and all of it is luxurious. The driving experience is very direct. It's almost a bit clinical, which some people find a bit boring, but I like the fact that it does exactly what I tell it to when I tell it to. The fact that you can get it in a manual is also quite nice, because you can get more involved in the driving experience, and if you want an exhaust that crackles, it'll do it for you sometimes, which is also pretty nice. Because when you get a time where it does do it, you get a really big one that is, you know, you feel it a bit in your chest, and you're like, oh, that was a good one. That is pretty enjoyable. So considering that's with the stock exhaust, you haven't got to spend money modifying it or anything. It's a pretty sweet little sports car. I can't fault it. I love it to pieces, and I just really wish it was a naturally aspirated V10 Lamborghini, but what are you going to do? Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my first sort of vlog style video almost in the car. If you did, please remember to leave a thumbs up. Hopefully, as I produce more videos, my content quality will increase, and hopefully if you guys can share me as well, get me out there a bit, I can produce better videos and spend more time on them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at Overboost Network. Links to all that good stuff will be down in the description below, and I'll see you guys very soon with more awesome content which I have planned in the near future. And yeah, as it's 30 degrees in Britain, which is a pretty rare occurrence, I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine in the car.